So the first example I want to talk about is example 7.17. In this question, it asks you to find the values of the following expressions without using a calculator. So let's start with part A. We have log 96 with base 2 minus log 12 with base 2. As you can see, they are using the same base, and therefore we can apply the property 2, so that we have log 96 over 12 with base 2. After calculation, we have log 8 with base 2. Okay, and for the 8, we can further simplify into 2 to the power 3. And finally, we can get the answer 3. For part B, 2 log 3 with base 6 plus log 4 with base 6. So in this case, we are going to use the property 1 in order to multiply the numbers together. But before that, there is a 2 in front of the log, and we can apply the property 3 so that we can put the number 2 back into the index. So that we have log 3 to the power 2 with base 6 plus log 4 with base 6. And we have not line plus log 4. Afterwards, we can now apply the property 1 so that we can multiply the numbers together. And we have log 36 with base 6. And again, we can convert the 36 into 6 to the power 2, and afterwards 2 is our answer. And finally, for part C, we have log 125 with base 25, and we are going to use the property 4 so that we can separate it into log 125 over log 25. And then for both 125 and 25, we can change it into exponential form with the base 5. Okay, for 125, it is equals to 5 to the power 3, and for 25, it is 5 to the power 2. And afterwards, we can put these two numbers in front of the log, so that we have 3 log 5 over 2 log 5. Afterwards, we can cancel out the log 5. The final answer will be 3 over 2. So now, please help me to finish the following correct patterns. Okay, and afterwards, I will show you another example. So the second example I want to talk about is example 7.18. So in this question, it asks you to simplify the following expressions. Okay, so let's start with part A. So as you can see, they are all using the same base, and therefore we can apply the properties. And our first step, I will put the 2 in front of the log x back into the power. Okay, so that it will become log 1 over x with base 2 plus log x squared with base 2 minus log 2x with base 2. Afterwards, I will combine the terms together. but each time I will just consider 2 terms. Okay, so I will deal with log 1 over x and log x squared first. So we can apply the property 1 so that it will become log 1 over x times x squared with base 2, and for the log 2x I just leave it here. Okay, after simplification we have log x minus log 2x, and now we can apply the property 2 so that we have log x over 2x with base 2, and as you can see, the x can be cancelled out, and we have log 1 over 2 with base 2, and for 1 over 2 we can convert it into 2 to the power negative 1, and negative 1 will be our final answer. Okay, then let's take a look of part B. We have log x with base 4 over log x with base 2. So as you can see, they are using the different base. That means we cannot use the property easily. Okay, so our first step, we have to convert it into the same base using the property 4. I separate into log x over log 4 divided by log x over log 2. Okay, so that I can change all the bases into 10. And afterwards, I can convert the division sign into multiplication sign, but for the numerator and the denominator, they have to interchange. And then as you can see, the log x can be cancelled out, and what we have left is log 2 over log 4. Okay, and for the log 2 we just keep it here, but for the log 4 we can convert it into log 2 to the power 2, and for the 2 we can put it in front of the log, so that we have log 2 over 2 log 2. And finally, we can cancel out the log 2, and the final answer will be 1 over 2. Okay, so now please help me to finish the correct practice 7.18. And for today's homework, that is exercise 7D, question 9 to 22, odd number. And for question 9 to 22, even number, they are optional.